Now let us do another question. A body of mass 1 kg is initially at rest. So our initial condition is the body is at rest, so its initial momentum will be 0. It explodes and breaks into 3 fragments of masses in the ratio 1:1:3. So the fragments in which the body has broken, the ratio of the mass of those 3 fragments is 1:1:3. That means 2 fragments are of same mass and one is 3 times. Two pieces of equal mass fly off perpendicular to each other with 30 meter per second velocity each. What is the velocity of the heavier fragment? So to solve this, first let us make a diagram. Let us say this is the body of mass 1 kg which is initially at rest. So its initial velocity is 0. Now it has exploded into 3 fragments. Their ratio of mass is 1:1:3. The two fragments of equal mass, they are flying perpendicular to each other with velocity 30 meter per second. And we have to find the velocity of the third mass. So if these two are going perpendicular to each other, so let us say that one of them is going like this and another is going like this. The angle between them is 90 degree. So let us say that this is the first particle of mass m1. This also has mass m2, second particle, both have equal mass. Both of them are flying with the same velocity 30 meter per second. So v1 and v1. Now the third particle, we should understand that the initial momentum of the system is 0. That means the final momentum should also be equal to 0. So to make the momentum of these two particles 0, the third particle has to fly off in that direction so that the total momentum becomes equal to 0. So for that, first we need to find out the resultant of these two particles, the resultant momentum of these two particles. Now since these particles are moving perpendicular to each other and momentum is a vector, so we can consider these momentum as vector. We know that the resultant vector of these will bisect this angle. It will go from the middle, it will bisect the 90 degree angle because m1 v1 is equal to the momentum of the second particle. This is the momentum of the first particle and this is the momentum of the second particle. Both of them are equal, so the resultant will obviously pass through between bisecting this angle. So this will become 45 degree and this is our net momentum of these two particles. So first we need to find out the net momentum. So we can use the formula of p1 square plus p2 square plus 2p1 p2 cos theta, the normal formula for resultant of a vector. Now the momentum of this particle, we know that the total mass is 1 kg. So that means if the masses are divided into 1:1:3, so first we need to find out the masses of the particle. So the first particle has to have a mass of 0.2 kg, second particle also 0.2 kg, the third particle, the heavier particle, will be of 0.64 kg because m1 plus m2 plus m3 is equal to 1 kg. So we divide 1 kg in this ratio, then this is the part. This will be the masses of the particle. Now these two are flying with a velocity of 30 meter per second. So that means this momentum m1 v1 will be equal to 0.2 into 30. So this will come out to be 6 kg meter per second momentum, and similarly this will also be 6 kg meter per second of momentum. So the resultant will be 6 square plus 6 square plus 2 into 6 into 6 cos of 45 degree. Now if you solve this, then it will come out to be 36 plus 0.707, because cos 45 will be 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 is 0.707. So this will be the value we get, and if you solve this, I am directly writing the answer here. This is our P, or we can say this is our P net. Now that means the third particle has to fly opposite to the direction of P net. That means in this direction and with the same momentum of P net. So that means m3 v3 is equal to P net. M3 is 0.6, so V3 will be equal to P net upon 0.6. Now you calculate this is the mathematical part, you can do yourself, and the answer that will come will be 14.14 meter per second. So this is how we approach such questions. There is another method to approach. If I hide this and only these two particles are considered, and if I rotate them in a like this, then these two particles will be like this. Still they are perpendicular to each other. I have just rotated the axis a little bit. Now the resultant of will pass through the center. Each of them will make 45-degree angle, just like before. I am not changing any condition. This is 6, same values. Now if we resolve these particles along these two axes, then it's the cos component of this momentum will be 6 cos 45 in this direction and 6 sin 45 in vertically downward direction. Similarly, the cos component of this momentum will be also be 6 cos 45, and here it will be 6 sin 45. So as both the sine components are equal and opposite to each other, they will cancel each other, and the total momentum of these two will be the summation of 6 cos 45 plus 6 cos 45. That means the third particle which is flying off in the opposite direction of the resultant, its momentum m3 v3 will be equal to 6 cos 45 degree plus 6 cos 45 degree. 0.6 into v3 will be equal to 6 by root 2 plus 6 by root 2. This is equal to 12 by root 2, and v3 will be equal to 12 upon root 2 into 0.6. Now if you calculate this, you will get the same answer of this. So this will be your answer, and this is how you can approach these problems. Either do it by finding the resultant of the vectors, or we can use the resolution of vector to do the same problem.